Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends and fellows, look, all of us have certain desires, all of us have certain aims, all of us have certain plans. We want to be somewhere, we want to achieve something else, and that is being human, that is being normal. Now we are working for our plan. According to our plan, we want to achieve, we want to move forward, we want to develop. That's all, my dear friends and fellows. But sometimes we do succeed in achieving what we were working for, what we were aiming for. At the same time, at the same time, another thing is also taking place, and that thing is that we get some sort of setback. We get some sort of setback, some sort of, you can say that, failure, or some sort of, trouble, and some sort of loss, some sort of even pain and crisis and different sort of thing. We do come across often on things like this one, although nobody want to have it, but despite all that, it does happen often on at certain places, on certain stages in our life. Now those people who really succeed in their life, they have an ability, and they have a special ability. This special ability is being a resilient person. So now these people are resilient, they are quite resilient, despite the fact that the life has brought something very unpleasant, something very injurious, something which is not good at all. But despite all that, since they were resilient enough, so they quickly returned back to their normal life. They started their struggle, their effort, whatever they have been using, again they have restarted it, and they are supposed to take it to the full level. So these people are resilient. Being resilient mean that recovering from the trouble and the pain quickly. And the human, if at all a human does have it, even an animal or even a plant or a tree have this quality or ability to return to the normalcy again in a short span of time. So they are called resilient. Now I think that if at all we are ambitious enough, we want to move forward, we want to develop and achieve whatever our plans are, then at least we need to become quite a resilient person. And if at all we don't develop the resilience in we ourselves, it actually means that we are not going to succeed at all. So how to become a resilient person, that is going to be the topic of our today's discussion, that how to develop, and how to develop the resilience, and what are the symbols and the qualities, the signs that a person is a resilient one. This is people who are genuinely resilient. People who are genuinely resilient have these 10 habits in common. So, what are those 10 habits in common? First of all, they are optimistic. They are optimistic, mean they always expect good. They are not a pessimistic person at all. Rather, they are expecting that they will achieve what they wanted to achieve. They will gain what they wanted to gain. They will reach wherever they wanted to reach. So they are expecting good, and they are of the view that the world is going toward the right direction, and sooner, with the passage of time, the things will keep getting better and better. They are optimistic. Number 2, they have emotional intelligence. They have emotional intelligence. We need to learn, we need to become emotionally intelligent. We need to learn the emotional intelligence. Some of the people by nature they are emotionally intelligent, and everybody is not. But those who are not, they should learn, and they should practice to be an emotionally intelligent person. So they are emotionally intelligent. Number 3, they set goals and work for the achievement of their goals. Indeed, setting of the goals, it is very very important. And setting of the goals actually mean that we will start our struggle in a particular direction, and if at all we didn't set our goals, it actually mean that we are a directionless person. We need to set direction, and we need to set goals. That is also very, very important. They set goals and work for their goals. Number four, they are adaptable and embrace change. They are flexible. They are not rigid at all. They are quite flexible and they are ready to embrace the change. They like the change. They don't dislike it. They don't resist it. And also, because the change cannot be resisted at all, because the only thing which is permanent here in this world, in this universe, and that is change. And we, nobody can afford to fight the change, but these people, they people embrace the change because they are adaptable and they embrace the change. Now, this that was the fourth. And the fifth is they use humor as a coping mechanism. Humor, learning the humor, developing the sense of humor, that is one of the most important good qualities of a human being. So we cannot afford to ignore the skills in the humor. We need to learn, we need to develop, we need to awaken the sense of humor in us. That is also, that can be used as a coping mechanism. That is actually that is seen at work. That can give us a lot, could be of great help. They use a sense of humor as a coping mechanism. Number six, they are good at problem solving. We don't need to be afraid of the problem. We cannot run away, we cannot totally evade the problem. That is not humanly possible. But what we can do is that we should, although we should try to avoid, we should do everything else we can to avoid the trouble and the problem. But still, some of the problem does succeed in arriving. And what we need to do is that we need to develop a skill about how to learn, about learning to solve our problems. They are good at problem solving. Number seven, they have a strong support system. What is this, by the way? They pay enough importance to the relationships, and they are developing their network. Their network is very important. And if at all they keep working a little bit on their network, and this work of theirs pays them off as and when they are in need of some sort of support. They have a strong support system. Number eight, they self reflect. What is this self reflection, by the way? My dear friends and fellows, I think this self reflection, I think that we need to see, look back, whatever has happened, whatever we have done, we need to look back upon it. And that is called self reflection. And this, out of the self reflection, actually, we need to be a better person. We need to perform better. We need to learn. And if at all we do want to learn from our own experiences, that is, we need to self reflect. Number nine, they never stop learning. Yes, indeed, we need to learn throughout our life. Never ever stop learning, because those who stop learning, they stop growing as well. If at all we want to keep growing, all what we need to do is that we should never ever stop learning. We need to continue learning. Now, the number 10 is they prepare for problems and emergencies. The problems and the emergencies might arrive in the life of everyone else. So, if at all we want to be good at our life, we want to become a resilient person, we need to we need to accept it, that yes, a problem or an emergency might happen, and I should be, inshallah, handling and tackling it in this manner. So these were the 10 traits, these were the 10 personality traits of a resilient person. And now, being a resilient person, it is extremely important for each one of us, for every one of us, who want to live a good life. If at all we want to live a good life, all what we need to do is that we need to become a resilient person. Now, these were the 10 traits of the resilient people. We will be having rather, definitely, some of these. As for the rest of these, we should consciously try to develop those qualities in ourselves so that we could become a resilient person. And being it, I think that is extremely important indeed. Thank you very much.